Good morning. Good morning. Becky here from the Social Sellers. Sarah and I make up the founders of the Social Sellers. We're here as the Social Sellers to help you from going from feeling overwhelmed to feeling confident when it comes to understanding social media, social marketing, how people buy online, like the sales psychology with that. And so what I want to do today is to help you to do that by repurposing your content. And specifically, we want to talk about Earth Day because we saw a lot of content, great content that was used very recently for Earth Day. People talking about ways that their specific social selling product is aiding in sustainability, maybe some of their favorite ways to kind of go more green or have a more sustainable focus. And what we want to encourage you is to figure out how to repurpose that content. We're going to give you 3 ways to do that. The reason for that, A, it helps us work smarter and not harder, right? Repurposing, not having to reinvent the wheel is extremely important. We're going to show you how to do that in just a second. But also what we're seeing in terms of social selling trends, as weird as it sounds, just trust me on this, sustainability is a key factor in some of the younger demographic in who they're choosing to purchase with. And what the research is telling us, specifically with Gen Z and younger millennials, is that they will actually spend a little bit more on a product if it means it's a little more sustainable for the planet, if it means it's better for the planet. Sustainability is a huge focus in some of those, like the younger, I'm saying this as a millennial, as a younger generation, that 18 to 24, 18 to 25 target, like ideal customer. So if you're specifically looking at how to tap into that market, reusing your Earth Day content is going to be a really great way to do that. And I want to tell you 3 different ways to repurpose that content. Okay. The first way is to post that, take your post, whether it was a reel, a live, a carousel post, graphics to highlight some of your products, whatever that was. Think about how you want to post that on some of your other channels. So we know that some of you have Instagram and you also have Facebook, or you have Facebook and you have a public page and you also have maybe a closed customer group. Some of you are on TikTok or YouTube, or you're going onto Pinterest. Take a look at the Earth Day content that you created and find at least one other place to repurpose that for later in the week. It doesn't need to be on Earth Day. It doesn't need to be Earth Week. It can be whenever, because sustainability, having that Earth Day mindset, is something that is important to a very large and upcoming demographic. And so posting about sustainability on days other than Earth Day is a really great way to get noticed. Okay, so the first thing you're going to do is you're going to repost it to other channels. The second thing that you're going to do, I've got my little trusty sticky note here. The second thing that you're going to do is you're going to take your exact post, whatever piece of content that you did. I know we saw a lot of reels, we saw a lot of stories. Again, we saw carousel posts, we saw live demos, graphics showing your products. We want you to reschedule that for 3 months from now. If it says Earth Day, maybe kind of re-edit that so it's a little more evergreen. Evergreen means that you can use it all the time. But schedule that, write that in your calendar for 3 months from now of when you're going to just recycle and repurpose that content. Here's why. We know that not everything we post is seen by every single one of our followers. We know that's very, very true of you too, right? And even if people see it 3 months from now, they have seen hundreds or thousands of images and tips and ideas. So it will either be seen for the first time by a new group of your ideal customer, or it will remind people about your company and your social selling business's commitment to sustainability. And reminding helps you to be at the top of their mind. And when you're at the top of their mind, then you can be at the top of their wallet. Okay. So you're going to post that sustainable Earth Day content to other channels later in the week. The second thing you're going to do is you're going to schedule a calendar 3 months out to basically recycle ironically enough, to recycle and reuse that Earth Day content again. The third piece that you're going to do is a little bit more work, but it's something that you can do with all of your pieces of content. And that is to reuse the idea in different types of content. Here's what I mean. This live right here, this is what we're going to say right here. When we go live, I try to go live pretty much every week. And you can look back on other lives and you can see, that it has like, 4 ways to do this, or the 5 different types of, the 5 different types of this. So I'll go live every week. And then here's what happens. Sarah, while she's, going through and she's following along with us, she will go and she will repurpose this content, this exact same content, and repurpose it to another type of content that we then post on Instagram. It could be a carousel, it could be a reel, it could be a static post, but this type of live, not everybody sees, right? And we already have the content, so we're just we're putting a new package on it. It's kind of like we're re-gifting it in a way to then appeal to a different type of audience. Some people love, like, the couple followers that we see right now love this type of live. They feel like it's like a podcast. It's like a free class. You're like teaching to me. Other people are like, I don't have time for that. Just tell me the nitty gritty so I can get on my way. And so we repurpose our content to be available for different types of audience members. You'll also see this type of content. We will recycle it. We'll have something very similar, maybe add a couple things or take away a couple of things in our email content. Or we might have a reel that is, a B-roll where I'm just like typing in a computer and a sort of summary of this. But notice that we take this one idea. So you have one idea or one kind of like theme that you had posted when you posted your Earth Day content. What I want you to think, the question to ask yourself is, how can I repurpose this? And what type of content do I want to repurpose it to? So if it was a reel, you can take a look at going live and talking about like expanding on the reel that you did. If it was a static post, maybe you're going to do a reel with it and you're going to have the caption of the post be the content of your reel. Okay, so we take the idea and we turn it into different pieces of content. And what that helps us do is it helps us kind of not have to think about, oh my gosh, do I have to come up with something again? I need a brand new idea. We don't necessarily need a brand new idea. What we need is the same idea repackaged in a different way to appeal to different types of learning styles, to different types of followers, to different types of ideal customers, because everybody's learning in a different way. So we want to make sure that our content is the same, communicated in different modes. Does that make sense? Okay. So here we go. Again, Earth Day, and we can do something very, very similar with other holidays that are, that we have that are on the calendar. So whether that is Mother's Day, whether that is your social selling anniversary, whatever that is. But I want to remind you that sustainability right now, and what we saw at the end of last year, and it's continuing on and growing a lot of like, I don't know, buzz, I guess is for lack of a better word, is that sustainability, how your social selling product, your social selling business commits to sustainability. Talking about those things more frequently than just Earth Day is going to be a huge selling point when people are looking between buying this product and buying your product. So continue to talk about sustainability, how your products, last a long time, how they are clean using products, how they eliminate single-use items, how your catalogs are made from, recycled materials. All of those little pieces, continuing to talk about those is going to be huge in reaching a new audience, especially if you're looking at that Gen Z, you're trying to figure out how to tap into that younger market. This is a huge way to authentically do so and to repurpose the content that you had for Earth Day. So would love to know what your biggest takeaway is from the live. And if this was valuable for you, we absolutely encourage you to share this live with somebody so that way they can know how to repurpose their Earth Day content in a way that is going to be beneficial for them and is going to keep them from burning out. We hope this took you from feeling confused to feeling a little more confident in your social selling business. We'll catch you on the next live. Take care.